everybody, welcome to another episode of Two Hands in a Radio. What a fun day today. Oh, do I have a good one? Do I have a dandy? But I digress. Let's go back. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Two Hands in a Radio, another exciting episode where we look at inexpensive shortwave radios and other stuff, other radio stuff. You never know what we might get into. So I can't always say inexpensive, but today this fits the bill. $21.99 off eBay. Amazon has it, it's a little bit higher, a couple dollars higher. I saved some money by going on eBay. Here we go. Can you say this without laughing? PRUNUS. The PRUNUS J-01. Oh, I've followed a comment of why do companies name their company with words that mean nothing, like Tivdio, Rectivus, or Recatecatufus, or whatever it's called, or whatever, or PRUNUS. What is a PRUNUS anyway? I think it's a planet located somewhere around Uranus. And it's PRUNUS, and this comes from the planet PRUNUS. Sometimes it's a tough crowd, and it's all I got. The PRUNUS J-01 AM/FM shortwave radio, micro SD card, and it's got an 18650 battery for people that like that stuff. But you gotta see this. Let's get in. I'm impressed. Why am I impressed? Two Hands, how could you be impressed with a radio called PRUNUS? I just am. It comes with a charging cable. Wrist strap is detached. Bonus points for that detached wrist strap. But there's bonus points in something else. What is this, Two Hands? There is a card in here. Best wishes to you. To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower. They've sent dried flowers in a card in this radio. Again, I say, to see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. Take time to meditate on that thought. There's a lot of meaning behind that. I thought this, price of the radio was just this card. This is a nice touch. I gotta keep that. Can't get that to blow away here, but here's the PRUNUS. And the bubble wrap is off. Let me set everything off to the side here so it doesn't get blown away. Laugh as you may. Haha, I say. 6.5 inches long. 3.5 inches tall, 1.25 inches thick. We've got a 24-inch antenna, 3-inch speaker, 3-watt speakers. This thing will get loud. Our analog dial, AM/FM shortwave. We'll start off there. All our controls here for our MP3 stuff, kind of interesting. Over on the right-hand side, a tuning knob, a very sturdy tuning knob. I'm digging it. Volume on-off switch. Backside we have the door here. It's a door, not just a flap that can get lost. 18650 battery. The positive goes to the left. I hope it goes to the left. That goes to the right. Even I can't see everything correctly at times. 18650 battery. Some of you like it, some of you hate it. I don't design this stuff, and I think people think that I design these radios or something. I don't know what people think anymore. We actually have on MP3, I tested it, is a stereo headphone. It's not advertised as stereo, but it's there. And it is stereo, at least to the MP3. I didn't try it on FM or anything. It just, It probably is stereo all the way across. Micro SD card goes here. We've got it loaded up with some stuff. the DC USB port here that we can charge the 18650 battery. We're back to the front. We're ready to roll. Let's just start off with the MP3. And this is all music from YouTube library, so it won't be too offensive. What you can't see, if I cover it up, it has a little LED screen here that shows you what numbers playing and like that, and you just can't see it in the bright sunlight. And that's okay. And we've got a repeat button here. We can pause it. We can jump 10 files at a time. I don't know why you would use that if you're listening and say, oh, I want to jump 10 songs, or I want to jump back 10 songs. I'm not sure the purpose of it. Maybe most albums are 10 to 12 songs, so maybe if you want to hear the next album, you could quickly click over to it. Maybe, I don't know really what the purpose is of all that. It's got a lot of volume to it. See, even I can dance to the music. Oh, I hit repeat. Anyway, that's enough of that. You get the idea. It's got a really good volume to it. Let's get the antennae up. Did I just say antennae? Where did I go? Did I go down to Kentucky all of a sudden? The antennae. We got the antennae up. Oh, where the hell did that come from? Oh, well. Gotta have fun. That's the key to this whole thing, is you gotta have fun. If you can't have fun, there's other channels for the lack of fun. Oh, dear. We're on FM. Oh, okay.
Honest Lucky 3 WIP mobile news.
It's not bad.
On the go.
We have over 600.
20, I guess.
It's not bad. It's got a good audio to it. I can't hover around on FM very long, or the copyright police will get all over us, and that won't be fun. Let's just look at AM quickly. Maybe go a little slower, maybe jiggling around a little bit. See if we at least get 700. There's 700, probably. WLW. You know, it is daytime here in central Indiana, south central Indiana. We're not going to get a whole lot.
Lost one son.
But it works. Works pretty good. Not bad. I apologize for the wind. Well, I don't apologize for the wind. I apologize for the video quality of the wind roaring through whatever you're listening to. That's what I apologize for. I really can't control all this. Okay. Let's go back now to the part I'm interested in, the shortwave end of it. Shortwave down here goes from 8 to 18. Not the greatest coverage, but it is what it is. I don't design it. I would rather have a short run of it, 8 to 18, than one single band trying to cram in 3 to 29 all in one little band. You never would tune anything that way. Now keep in mind, we're just using a 24-inch antenna. Broad daylight.
And also in here, besides...
Not all bad. We can go back and see if we can get 10 megahertz. I don't hear it. I hear an airplane going by. Thank you, airplane. Nothing there.
C'est une entreprise américaine.
You can hear some stuff. Not there again. We've not come into 15. Strong stations. Yeah, that's okay. It's not horrible. It's just looking for 15 megahertz WWV. It's not out there. And that's okay. Like I said, I wanted... People are going to say, well, Two Hands, why don't you hook the Go pole up to it? Well, there's a method to the madness. I want to show these radios the way they are out of the box. This might be all you have, and you don't have the ability to string a long wire onto it or anything, and this is all you got. So I want to show it that way. I can't duplicate the kind of antenna you would put on it. You can't duplicate the kind of antenna I might put on it. But what we can duplicate, the common denominator, is this radio with the 24-inch antenna. Now, location's gonna really change the mileage. I don't know if people follow that or not, that I'm in the middle of nowhere. I've picked 2 locations that I am as detached as I can get from anything. And, you know, if you're in a bustling city someplace, you may get overload and all kind of nastiness. And the radio may absolutely suck for you. That's why I always say your mileage is going to vary. I'm not trying to sell you a radio. I'm trying to show you a radio and radios that you may never ever see. And this is an interesting little radio. The appearance of it, it looks really well made. It feels sturdy. It doesn't feel like cheap plastic like some of these are really rotten. And I know, I mean, it's silly. That card would mean nothing to most people. Oh, a thank you card, big deal. That's cool to me. That is a neat touch. Prunus, you have my attention when you do that. Too many companies don't do anything. And hell, half of them can't even write an owner's manual correctly. And so to go that little extra, just an extra little touch, that's pretty cool. Would I recommend this? Yeah, it's fun to look at. I think it's a little high price still at $21.99. Would be great around the $15 range, $15, $16 range if you could find it. You know, just take a look at it and watch and see if it ever comes up on sale. I think it's a neat little radio. 1 to 10 rating. I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. I started to say 5.3. I'm going 5.5. 1, because of just the extra mile that they went. It does what it's supposed to do. Does it do it greatly? No. Is it exceptional? No. But it does what it's supposed to do, and it does it well. That 3-inch speaker is nice. It's got a nice sound. And I know audio doesn't translate well from this speaker to this microphone to YouTube to whatever device you're listening on. It doesn't translate to anything. And only I hear the audio quality, and that you got to trust me on sometimes. It's got a good audio to it, and it's loud. Neat little radio, 5.5. Does what it's supposed to do. I like it so much, I can't. I have everything all packed up and I just can't do it. I have to look at this with the go pole attached. We've got our little wire clipped on the end of it here. I want to look at shortwave. Let's just get as much length as we can out of it. And I'm just curious as to what this thing can do. Here we go. People are saying, what in the hell is this go pole? Two hands, what are you talking about? Go back in the channel, and there's 2 or 3 videos talking about the design of this thing. All it is just PVC pipe about 20 foot in the air with a long piece of wire sloping down off of it. It's about as simple as you can make, but I think you can already tell it's starting to work. Maybe. Here's some things out there. There's 10 megahertz. We didn't hear that before. Let's take the go pole off. It just dies. There we go. It just needs a little bit of help. There again, we're probably not going to hear much down below 10 megahertz. There's our numbers lady. Didn't hear her before. There. Don't know if you heard her or not. Very faint. Hot dog, the Cuban lottery numbers. That's all this thing needed, was just a little bit of help. And there again, I wanted to show it without any enhancement, but then I thought, I'm curious. Could you imagine this at night? Holy cow. Be interesting to see if we can find 15. I don't think so. Unless the dial's way off. No. Well, we got 10 megahertz. That's kind of cool. How neat is that? Yeah, I don't hear 15. Should be right about in there somewhere. Just not there. And that's okay. Wow. How cool is that? Does it change my overall 5.5 rating? No, because I rate the radio as it is. And it is what it is. Is there things you can do to enhance it? Yep, there sure is. And that little sloper antenna is one thing that you bring that out and things start to really liven up. Goes from a, if you have the ability to put a little bit of wire on one, if you can run a wire to it, I mean, it goes from a 5.5, it's okay, to a 5.5. Yeah, I'd buy one. I really like it. Anyway, I just wanted to show that piece off. I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate this chunk into all the other chunks, but we're as unprofessional as you can get. Hope you've enjoyed that piece too. We'll continue on.